And welcome back, everyone. Welcome back to the Grand Finals. The Grand Finals of ESL Open Cup Americas number 223. It's been a pretty wild day of StarCraft here. I mean, we had a pretty good run by Dark initially. Wayne was able to pop off, causing an upset against Dark, but he was still no match against herO. Again, herO, he's been on fire as of late these past couple of months, this past year of StarCraft, specifically 2024. It feels like it may be herO's year. He even did take down Rainer earlier this week in ESL Open Cup Asia in the Grand Finals, but that was a different matchup. That was a PvZ, and now we're here in a PvP in a very dynamic, very unpredictable matchup here between herO and MaxPax. And these two, they go back and forth. They are the top two, you know, regardless of whether you want to give more weight to herO or more weight to MaxPax. When it comes to who is the best Protoss player in the world, regardless, they are the top two in the world, regardless of how you want to place them, and they do go back and forth. I would be a little bit surprised if this was a 3-0 in either direction. I expect a more dynamic series here. I'm ready for some PvP nonsense. Okay, Gib, Papi, Gib. I am ready for it, and game number 1 is going to be taking place on a post-youth. Let's go. We are jumping on in. Now, the last time they faced off, I mentioned before that we saw a lot of mind games from herO. We saw a lot of like faked all-ins and forcing over reactions, and herO, he was doing a really good job at kind of trying to take advantage of MaxPax's tendencies in PvP, but we'll see how that changes as we're getting into game 1 on post-youth, and spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of post-youth, we have our Danish Protoss player, the Red Protoss representing Storm Gaming. It is MaxPax. And spawning in the top right-hand corner, we have his opponent. We have the blue Protoss player representing CranKy Gaming from the land of South Korea. It is herO. Let us go. PvP is here, and we haven't seen too many PvPs on this map specifically. Post-youth has a very secure 2-base setup, as we have a hybrid base in the main. I expect some greedy play. I expect some economic play. This could be the beginning of Phoenix Wars. I know that I'm calling it a little bit early, but if both players go double gas, if both players go into faster Stargates, into an expand, it should be Phoenix Wars. Now, it is going to be double gas at a herO already, so he is already leaning in that direction for faster tech. We do see MaxPax going for a single gas opener. This looks like a gate expand. This looks like a more greedy build here out of MaxPax. Does move out with his probe, going to be a bit of an annoyance across the map. Likewise, we're coming in for the Nexus, and MaxPax, he should be able to throw it down without any issue. There is no probe to block him. The Nexus is now on the way, so a very greedy opener out of MaxPax, straight up gate expand off of one gas geyser. herO on the flip side can go for faster tech. Ooh, 2-gate opener. Okay, I was not expecting that. With a 2-gate opener, this could be an all-in, and there it is. Pylon in the middle of the map, it's going to be an all-in. herO, he's going for a 1-base all-in. It's all or nothing here for herO. To be fair, I mean, this is the greediest you can be outside of a Nexus first, but like, this is as greedy as it comes for MaxPax. So the stars are aligning, but can herO break this? Again, there's a pretty good defensive position here. We have the high ground, we have the ramp. What is herO planning? What do we throw down alongside this pylon? Show us the robo, or maybe something else. 2 Stalkers are moving out. MaxPax, he confirms that there is no expansion. He confirms the 2 gateways. I'm sure MaxPax is aware of how much danger he's in. There's a robo on the way, and MaxPax, will he scout this as well? The probe moves through the center, but no, we do skirt around the edge. We're looking for, it looks like we're checking the right-hand side instead, going for a more obvious proxy location, not in the main attack path, and MaxPax does not confirm. Could be a proxy Stargate, and he's checking for a proxy Stargate here on the right-hand side. Could be a robo, could be a Twilight Council, could be anything. MaxPax will finally get eyes on this though with the Adept. Does confirm. There we go. He sees the robo, sees 2 Stalkers. Shield battery gets thrown down immediately. Stargate is on the way. This is going to be for Void Ray production. We could try and be greedy and go Oracle first, but that would be quite greedy here for MaxPax. We'll see if he goes for that or for the initial Void Ray. What do you have for us? Stalkers have arrived. There we go. Void Ray is on the way. We're going for the shield battery. Shield battery takes a lot of hits, and it's going to be cancelled. Ooh, there we go. We do force a cancel on the shield battery. Second shield battery is on the way. It's 1 versus 2. There's no additional stalkers in production. That void ray is halfway done. Across the map, the adept does not break in. But herO is forced out of the main base. Oh, God. We're a couple of shots away from going down. So far, keeping every stalker alive. And now we're up to 4. We're up to 4 stalkers. Shield battery is going to be denied once again. Is forced to be cancelled. But we have the void ray. We have the void ray. We had a third shield battery finishing up. We have an overcharge available as well. Second pylon, second shield battery. We're holding. We are holding on, but the plus side here, the impressive thing out of herO, look at the units lost. He didn't lose a single stalker. Did not lose a single stalker in that assault. Kept everything alive. Immortal has arrived, and we're going for the War Prism. We're going for sentries. Bold move. We're going for sentries as well. So with these sentries, we have access to force fields. We can try to cut up the army. Ooh, the Immortal does take a lot of damage though. Forced to activate shields. Shields have been triggered. We're going for the main. And we're elevatoring up into the main base. MaxPax, can he go in? No, he cannot. But we have an overcharge. We have a shield battery in position. We try to focus on the void ray, but alas, we cannot. And herO is forced out. He is being forced back. I did have to cancel as well. The Immortal, it's gonna be... Oh my God, barely did survive. Almost went down. But herO, I don't think he was expecting this. This shield battery just kept MaxPax alive. That was again, the foresight to have a shield battery in position, to have the overcharge. herO was not ready for it. And now herO, he's run out of steam. He's battered, he's bruised. The void rays are going ham. herO, he only lost 1 stalker so far, but this army, it's just, again, so low. We will bleed out one of the sentries. No, sorry, we bleed out another stalker. 2 stalkers have gone down. Prismatic alignment still activated, by the way. Oof. Yeah, we're bleeding out too many stalkers. MaxPax, he's shutting this down completely with the mass void ray. It was impressive initially, but MaxPax, he will completely clean this up. He will hold. And now we can counterattack. And what is there to do with this? GG gets called. MaxPax will take game number 1. Whew. GG. Again, the foresight there of MaxPax to have that shield battery ready. herO, it didn't look like he was really expecting it at all. Remember, he committed into that void ray and didn't kill a single one. Didn't kill a single void ray in the end. GG. MaxPax holds. And again, I'm not convinced by one base all-ins on post-youth. Not yet, at least. I mean, yes, it's true that MaxPax did go for a greedy build, but even with the efficiency of herO, like, remember, herO didn't lose a single stalker for quite some time. He was being very meticulous, denying the shield batteries over and over again. Despite that, still did not have enough firepower to break through, at least not with a proxy robo. You know, maybe a proxy Twilight Council 4-gate blink would be different. Maybe it's just... The problem is that post-youth, it's just, again, so well defendable on 2 bases, as we saw. Yeah, regardless, GG, well played. He tried it. Unsuccessful, though. And with that, MaxPax does take a lead in the series, and now we're getting to game number 2. Let's go. Game number 2 going to be on an older map, going to be on Site Delta. And Site Delta, ooh, that's another really good map for a gate expand. That's a really good map for a greedy economic opener. herO, does he embrace another 1-base all-in, or does he embrace the Phoenix Wars? What do we have in store for us? Let's go. As spawning in the bottom right-hand corner of Site Delta, we have the Danish Protoss player, the Red Protoss representing Storm Gaming. Leading the series 1-0, it is MaxPax. And spawning in the top left-hand corner, we have his opponent, we have the South Korean Protoss player, the Blue Protoss representing CranKy Gaming, DKZ. Down in this series, how do we bounce back? It is herO. Here we go. Now, as we settle into game number 2, a reason why I said this is a really good map for a more greedy economic style is because of the ramp. We have a ramp leading into the natural. This is very unique. I say very unique. Especially in the previous season, this was a very unique feature just because most maps did not have a ramp leading into the natural. That has since changed in the new patch, in the new map pool. But it does mean that you can be a little bit greedier here in your openers. So MaxPax, I imagine, is going for another gate expand. herO, does he go for a gate expand himself? Does he go for a Stargate, or does he go for an all-in? My eyes are on herO for the most part. Probes do get across the map. And again, this map is a little more played out, so herO, I'm sure, is a little more comfortable on site Delta when it comes to whether or not he tries to punish the greed of MaxPax. This time, double gas opener. Double gas opener. What this means is that this is going to be a gate into Cybercore, into Stargate, followed by the Nexus. So MaxPax, he won't be opening up as greedily as he did previously. He's going to be going for a Stargate. herO also goes to double gas. Should be a Stargate as well. It's a little bit early to call Phoenix Wars, but oh, there we go. herO does go for the Nexus. Delays his own tech, rushes into that expansion instead. So herO, he will have a slight economic lead. It's going to be on MaxPax to punish this, and he does go for that Stargate. As you mentioned, double gas usually leads into a Stargate first. It's going to be for an Oracle. Meanwhile, herO, does he respond with a Stargate of his own? That's what I'm most curious about. I'm not sure if he will. Like, I don't think he enjoys Phoenix Wars, but that's going to be what he has to do if he does get into that Stargate. Finally going to be shut down. Probe still in the main base. You can see MaxPax, he's looking for the tech. He's trying to get a read on what exactly is going on. The probe is shut down, and what do we have? Do you have a second gateway? Yeah, no Stargate. I imagine a Twilight Council instead. I imagine we're going to Blink. Third gateway gets thrown down. Okay. It's going to be a ground toss army here from herO. No Stargate, no Phoenix Wars. Let's go. Doesn't want it. Doesn't want to get into that kind of game here. Hallucinations moving out. Adept and Zelda's going across the map. And herO will be able to get an economic lead because MaxPax is yet to really establish his natural, but we have the Oracle to make up for that. Oracle's moving out. Shield Battery should finish in the main. Sentries are in position. And remember, Sentries were recently buffed in the new patch, specifically in PvP. They do a lot more DPS, and they are also that much tankier as well against certain units. So we have the stasis in the main base here. He does react. He does respond in time. Oh, but he does get caught out with 2 probes instead of 1. It's a little bit less than ideal. Not the biggest of deals, though. 2 probes get caught. The Gateway army here is amassing quite heavily. We do not get the Adept. Do you see that? It just barely squeezed through. It was caught between the terrain and the shield battery, and it barely squeezed through, barely did survive. And 2 Oracles, they get into the main base. No Stalkers in position, by the way. The Overcharge, it does nothing. As 2 Oracles, they one-shot probes. The Overcharge is not going to be enough, and herO is going all in. It's a straight-up all-in at a herO, pushing up the ramp. There's a Void Ray, there's a shield battery. The first shield battery gets targeted down, but we have a second shield battery as well. And we're holding. MaxPax, he's forcing this back. We're down to 2 Stalkers and 2 Sentries. And GG gets caught. herO does not have enough, not enough to break through the natural, and MaxPax survives, taking a 2-0 lead. GG. Poppy. Let's go. GG, well played. Again, MaxPax able to survive the all-in from herO. Again, I'm not in love with these all-ins from herO just because of the maps themselves. Like, I'm not about the execution. The execution, especially in Game 1, was really good. But Post-Youth and Side Delta are both very defendable maps, as you saw with the high ground, with the, of course, SimCity that you have available as well. With the opener, MaxPax was completely fine, completely safe and sound against the 2 builds here of herO. And now we find ourselves in game number 3. And I'm excited because I heard about game 3. I did hear about it through some of the other casters, through the grapevine amongst the StarCraft scene. Game 3 is not a PvP. Oh boy, Game 3 is a PvT, by the way, as herO is pulling a Rainer, and he's off racing. Now, not the first time. Like, we've seen Maru off race. I remember Maru off racing against Percival. We've seen Dark off race before. We've seen Dark play Protoss, I think. seen Dark play Protoss. I'm pretty sure we've seen herO play Zerg. Or Terran. No, we've seen herO play Terran before as well. Like, we have seen some of these Koreans off-race in the past. But to off-race against MaxPax, that is crazy. In the past, when we've seen some of the Koreans off-race, it's usually against lesser players that they think they can get away with. For herO to whip out the Terran here, I'm excited. I'm really excited to see what he has. I imagine it's very much so like Raynor, where a lot of players actually are really good at a specific matchup to avoid a mirror matchup. So Raynor, of course, he prefers his Protoss compared to his Zerg in ZVZ, or in PvZ compared to his ZVZ. For herO to play Terran here against MaxPax, I just want to know what build he's going to whip out. I'm curious. Show us what you got, Papi. Show us what you got. We're loading into Crimson Court. Let's go. Let us go. As spawning in the top right-hand corner, of Crimson Court, we have our Danish Protoss player, the Red Protoss, representing Storm Gaming. It is MaxPax. And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner, we have as opponent, we have the blue Protoss, usually Protoss, but off-racing as Terran, the blue Terran player representing CranKy Z Gaming, DKZ. It is herO. The herO of Terran. Let's go, Papi. Let's go. Here we go. herO is going for a proxy Rax. Okay, it's going to be a proxy 2 Rax, I imagine. We are taking gases back at home. Actually, okay, we have options. Sorry. So, if this is a proxy 2 Rax, we would have a second SCV. Is this proxy Marauder? We are rallied into the main. So, I guess it's just going to be Reapers here from herO. But I'm excited. Again, we very rarely get to see herO off-race as Terran. Very rarely. So, I want to see what he has to offer here. What do you have for us, mate? He's cooking, Papi. He's cooking. What's he cooking, though? We're here to find out. MaxPax going for standard opener himself, going for a gate into Cyber, into Expand, going for a safety Zealot. Does make sense. Does want to get cheesed out. Probe Scout does confirm that the Rax is missing, and we'll get eyes on both of these gas guys. It's just Proxy Reaper. SCV is coming in for either an eBay block or a bunker behind the mineral line. We're going for the bunker in the mineral line. The way this works is with the fast Reaper, we're going to be harassing the mineral line, we're going to be focusing down probes, and we're going to be able to get into that bunker to delay mining at the natural for as long as we can. It's going to be a very annoying playstyle here to deal with. And the bunker's getting up and running, but we have a safety Zealot, and with this Zealot, we should deny the bunker. The bunker should be canceled. There we go, we have the cancel on the bunker. Reaper gets in. So far, good defense by MaxPax. Good defense so far. The Reaper does get one probe in the main. Ooh. Gets one probe in the main base, and he wants the other, but won't quite get it. As MaxPax will hold at the same time, Stalker comes out. We shut down the initial Reaper. Across the map, the probe gets a full scout of the main base, does confirm the transition, does confirm the factory of herO. It's going to be a 1-1-1. Okay, so a very delayed command center. It's going to be a 1-1-1 into a delayed natural base, into a delayed CC. Oof. Yeah, SCV is going to be forced back as well. Rax is floating back home, and the probe is shut down. We do get an SCV kill, though. Nicely done by MaxPax. As Zelt's going to be forced back. We do have a command center on the way on location, so it's not going to be a one base all in. And MaxPax is going for Blink. Let's go. Twilight Council's on the way. I want to see MaxPax just go 4-gate Blink, do the MaxPax special, and see if herO can keep up with that. I'm curious. 4-gate Blink is going to be on the way. herO back at home, getting into a pretty committed mine drop, actually. Going into a second Rax. Mine shot going to be going off on a Stalker. I believe, yeah, Stalker does go down. Widowmines are repositioning. Zelda's going to go down as well, but we do delay that command center. Up. Ooh. Very nicely done by herO. Does knock the Stalker within range of that Widowmine. And now we're moving out across the map. MaxPax getting ready back at home. Getting up to 2 gateways so far. 2 gateways in a robo. Okay, it looks like this may just be 2-gate blink into a third. Never mind, there's a 3rd gateway. Okay. A little bit more aggressive. 3-gate blink out of herO. One mine drop is coming in. Making its way towards the main. At the same time, Reaper gets surrounded here at the natural. Reaper won't get much done. Mine shot, ooh. Only connects with 1 probe. 2 probes go down in total. And MaxPax, he should be able to hold. He should be able to defend. Gets a couple of SCVs across the map, being so aggressive here. Will be forced out as herO is actually getting into his 3-1-1 setup into Banshee production. Okay, a very aggressive style out of herO. He's going for a mine drop followed by Banshees followed by a tank push, as tank production has commenced. Very important that it has as well to defend against any Blinkstalker aggression. Especially because we do have a 4th gateway on the way. Interesting, it's a delayed 4th gate, but it is in production here. MaxPax. He's looking to push out. He's going for 4-gate blink. Gets one of those Widow Mines, avoids the other shot. And with cleaning up these Widow Mines, we can commit across the map. Yeah, we're sending it. And how well, or how good is herO's 4-gate blink defense? That's the real question. As he's pushing, uh-oh, this is gonna be a rough move here from herO. He does move out, does come across the army though. It does not give MaxPax time to reinforce. We need more Stalkers. We need to warp in. Reinforcements have arrived. Yeah, there's that warping of Stalkers, and MaxPax is gonna shut this down. herO is caught in the middle of the map. The 1st tank falls, the 2nd tank as well, and he loses everything, and that's gonna be game. We have some Banshee harassment across the map, which is nice. That's 2 tanks going down. And we do force a recall. MaxPax, he recalls half of his army, sends the other half across the map, and again, herO, he's down to what? 0 tanks. Bunkers on the way desperately. We have 5 Marines, 1 Raven across the map, 1 tank just barely arrives. The bunker's still on the way. We're on siege. We're caught on siege, and with that, herO is going to be losing his tank, losing his Raven. Boys are being pulled. We go for the medevac. And MaxPax, he's snowballing out of control. herO, he just cannot keep up. Not with the 4-gate blink of MaxPax. And again, for herO to push out against 4-gate blink was crazy. It was ideal for MaxPax. He shut him down. All MaxPax needed was a warp in. And he got it off. As we get another warp in the main base. The Prism does fall. But herO, he's bleeding out far too much here. So many SVs going down as we pull the boys. MaxPax, he gets 24 SCV kills. Ay. And yeah, herO, he's just getting picked apart. He is getting picked apart at this point. And again, it was just unfortunate that herO just happened to be as aggressive as he was against the build of MaxPax. I mean, herO didn't see the 4th gateway. To be fair, he only saw 3. But even then, against 3-gate blink, I don't think you want to be pushing with your 2 tanks. And GG gets caught. He is overwhelmed, and MaxPax will take the series 3-0, becoming this week's ESL Open Cup Americas champion. GG. Ooh, GG, well played. Congratulations here. Congratulations to MaxPax as he will claim another ESL Open Cup Americas win. Congrats. Again, MaxPax, I didn't even get to talk about it, but he's one of the few Europeans that does stay up for ESL Americas. There's only a handful of them. Typically, it's Clem, MaxPax, Wayne, and Geralt. I would say those are the top 4 that usually stay up. Sometimes Skillis as well. But they're usually the top 4 Europeans that do compete in ESL Americas week after week after week. They're the DGen squad. They're the Europeans that stay up until 4, 5, 6 a.m. in the morning competing in ESL Americas, and they do quite well for themselves. GG, well played. This week, MaxPax does come out on top here against herO. Very well done. Not an easy opponent to go up against. As I'm quickly double checking, last week, Dark, if you remember, because we casted it, Dark did defeat MaxPax in the finals. Here, MaxPax takes down herO. Very well done. Very impressive stuff here. I mean, something that we should bring up, of course, is herO did off race a little bit, which was interesting. I was really excited to see what his Terran, or how his Terran would compare to MaxPax, but yeah, it was herO having some fun here towards the end, with unfortunate success for herO. I wasn't able to really get much done with his opener. The proxy Rax Reaper again kind of fell in its face against MaxPax, handled it very well, very nicely, took it seriously. GG. GG, very solid play there from MaxPax. And a big shout out, oh my god, Bappy. A big shout out to Gilmore199. Thank you so much for subscribing with Twitch Prime. Thank you, Papi, thank you. We do appreciate the support. Thanks to the support, we're able to fund our own tournaments. Thank you so much, Papi, thank you. Hope you enjoy the content, hope you enjoy the casting, hope you enjoy the StarCraft. Thank you. But I did want to quickly check something here. Did want to check the history between herO and MaxPax. Most recent history between the two players. I didn't look it up before the series just because I wanted to avoid spoilers. I didn't know how the series would turn out. And it's been pretty back and forth. Let's go. This year, herO, he's won 4 series against the 3 of MaxPax. So MaxPax, he's fighting back, he's bouncing back. Still slightly behind in series overall against herO, but he's catching up. He is catching up here. So again, there's a reason why we do sometimes argue which one is the best Protoss player between the two of them. And again, this is just between each other. But yeah, we'll see how much more success they can have here in the coming weeks, in the coming GSL as well, as I'm going to be looking forward to seeing herO alongside players like Gumiho, Dark. Raynor's going to be a part of it as well. Congratulations to Raynor for qualifying for GSL. And I wish the best of luck to MaxPax in the EPT Spring Regionals as well. Is going to be competing in those regionals. I think Raynor's going to be competing as well. Raynor has the downside for Raynor is he has to play with ping because he is in Korea. But thankfully the regionals are online, so I wish him the best. Wish him the best there. Just catching up in the chat. I'm catching up. I just came to the stream. Can anyone explain why herO is Terran? He picked Terran for the final game. I think as is being mentioned in the series. He was down 0-2, decided to try his Terran. Yeah, exactly. Interesting that TVP for herO seems more viable than his PvP. I don't think that that's the case. I think it's similar to like Raynor's rationale, where for Raynor, for example, I think if we even look at like the statistics, like Raynor, his ZVZ is, I think, better than his PVZ. Like, I think he has more success, like win rates or wins with it. But at the same time, like Raynor, he enjoys playing PVZ. I say he enjoys playing it. I should like try to clarify that. What I mean by that is that it feels like Raynor at times feels like it's easier to win with his Protoss than it would be with his Zerg, even though, like, statistically, maybe his Zerg is favored more against players like Solar or Dark or Serral. Whenever he picks Protoss, it feels like, again, he maybe has more of an advantage there. He's maybe more confident with his Protoss as well. I think that's a big thing for Raynor, is his confidence levels are probably a little bit higher with Protoss. Whether the confidence is misguided or misplaced, hard to say, because like he does take games off of these players. Like Raynor, he's beaten Serral with his Protoss. He's beaten Solar with his Protoss many a time as well. Like, he's damn good at it. Like, that's not, like, whenever he picks Protoss, it's not like he's memeing. It's not like he's, like, not taking it seriously. I think that's maybe the biggest misconception. I think a lot of people, when they see Raynor pick Protoss, they think that he's not taking it seriously, and they think that he's, like, clowning, when he is, and he does beat these players with it. Like, I think that's important to bear in mind. I think Raynor's even spoken about it. Like, I don't think he enjoys it. People think that, like, you know, he's like, you know, gambling, I guess, with picking it. I don't know if I would go that far with herO, just because I do think that specifically for this series, herO picked it just because he wanted to have fun. I think that's the case for herO, just because we haven't seen too much of his Terran. But that could change, right? Like, what if suddenly herO moving forward, herO starts playing Terran more against Protoss. That would be crazy. That would be interesting. That would be crazy, especially because like herO's terrifying in PvP. Like he's scary, but he's also inconsistent. Like recently, we've been seeing herO lose PvPs to Nightmare. We've seen him lose PvPs to Classic. Maybe there's a bit of a shift going on. Maybe herO is seriously playing his Terran and practicing, and maybe he does want to play like Raynor in the sense where he wants to avoid the mirror matchup and wants to play his Terran instead. Curious. Well, I mean, time will tell, right? Time will tell if he sticks with it. We'll see, Pappy. We'll see. This is maybe the beginning of something. Maybe. Here we go. Any more ESL qualifiers later today? So much StarCraft and replay packs. No, we're done for today, Pop. We're done for today. We've yet to really get into the GSL qualifiers. I do want to do a GSL qualifier cast, but we will most likely going over the GSL qualifiers next week. It's gonna be next week that we go over the GSL qualifiers. Most likely on Thursday. Yeah. Thursday is our free day. Maybe Thursday, maybe Tuesday as well. There are a lot of replays for the GSL, so it's probably gonna be, we're gonna split it up into 2 broadcasts, 2 days, 2 days of GSL next week. So look forward to it. Mirror matchups often feel coin flippy. They do. Mirror matchups, they're brutal in that sense. Replay packs or subs? Maybe I used wrong term. Oh, sorry. My mistake. Yeah, true. Yeah, thank you for subscribing. If you want some replay packs, then we do have them available for subscribers. Join our Discord, and you can gain access to our replays. That is true. And yeah, we're gonna be done here for the night. We're gonna be back tomorrow. Tomorrow's broadcast is going to be, okay, we have 2 events tomorrow. We have the Masters Swan Open. If you're curious what that is a tournament that we do host ourselves. It is an amateur tournament. So tomorrow we have a tournament for Bronze to Masters 2 players, I believe 4.7k MMR. So if you're curious, if you are interested in maybe tuning into some more amateur StarCraft, we got you covered tomorrow. Otherwise, tomorrow is something special. Do I have a link? I believe I do. Eddie, the owner of OSC, reached out the other day and he approached us with a casting opportunity for a 2v2 tournament. Oh boy. Okay, so signups are still open. Can I show this off on stream? Let's quickly just sort this out. Un momento here. I'm gonna turn this off, turn this on. Okay, bam. There we go. Okay, so it was recently posted and recently announced. It is the OSC Elite 2v2 Cup number 2, by the way, number 2. And so far, we have a couple of pairings. We have Nickrak and Middle VK. Okay, interesting. Demi and Night Phoenix. They're friends. Demi and Night Phoenix, they've come together. Arch and Shameless, Milky Cow and Wayne, Hydra and Mixu. Interesting pairing. Mio Mike and Hon Mono. Let's go. Oh, sorry, I should scroll down. Mio Mike and Hon Mono and Baby Marine and Forjumi. Okay. So we do have, again, a couple of pairings of players here. Signups are still open, so we could see some more players file in and some more teams file in as well. 2v2 is something that you barely see in the competitive like kind of area here of StarCraft. Like 2v2 is not balanced. Let me quickly say that it's not balanced, Papi. So don't expect the most balanced of games. We can see some nonsense. Bearing in mind, the last time we casted a big 2v2 tournament, Raynor and Spirit, they were a duo, and I remember, oh god, was it Spirit was just like a bank? Like Spirit, he was just feeding Raynor and Raynor was going mass muta. I remember that. Like Spirit, he was mass expanding and Spirit had 0 army. He was just sending all of his money to Raynor and Raynor was just going mass muta, for example. Or we had like Oliveira and Cyril, and they were like, they were paired so well with each other, like multitasking, like Nidus worms, like drops all over the place. They were just pulling their opponents apart. There's a lot of fun. There's a really fun dynamic with 2v2. Or we could see like Mass Skytoss and Mech versus Mass Skytoss and Mech. Like, that's like the meta of 2v2, which is not amazing. But you know, we'll see. So it's gonna be a little bit less serious, a little bit more fun. Again, 2v2 not the most balanced of things, but always a treat whenever we see it. Just because we barely do, right? We rarely see 2v2 tournaments. So this is tomorrow. This is gonna be tomorrow in 24 hours. There you go. In 24 hours at 10 p.m. KST. It's gonna be what time here? Or just over 24 hours. 11 p.m. my time. Yeah, just 24 hours from now, and then add an hour on top of that, and we'll be live. We'll be live here with the OSC Elite 2v2 Cup. So look forward to it. It's gonna be a lot of fun. So again, not the most competitive of 1v1 tomorrow, but again, if you're a fan of some of these players, if you want to see some high quality 2v2, then we got you covered. We got you covered tomorrow. Otherwise, on Sunday, we're going to be live with Sparkling Tuna Cup. It is our own open weekly tournament where we feature players from all around the world. Players like Nightmare, Christiana, Björn at times. We haven't had Björn for a while, but Nightmare, he made it to the finals last night. He actually went down to Christiana. We were very impressed. Last week's Sparkling Tuna Cup was Christiana versus Nightmare in the grand finals. And Christiana beat Nightmare in a surprising result. I was not expecting it at all, but Christiana has been improving a lot. He's been looking damn good. Likewise, Miyamaika, Honmono, Geralt, Nikrat, Mixu, Iba. Plenty of players out there to keep an eye on and are going to be competing in Sparkling Tuna Cup. Check it out over the weekend. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for the support. We do appreciate it. Gracias, papi, gracias. Is herO versus MaxPax live or is it an old replay? It was a replay from a couple of days ago. We just wrapped up. We just wrapped up. But it was from a couple of days ago. And with that, thank you so much. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for the support. We'll see you guys tomorrow for some more StarCraft action. Until then, thank you for watching. Hasta luego, papi. Hasta luego. Hasta luego. Ciao.